Hello! Finally a video where you can't see my face. I know you guys have been asking for this for a long time. You've also been asking for tutorials and I've always been unwilling to do them because I'm lazy. So here is a very brightly coloured tutorial for Virtue. First, what you're going to want to do is tune your guitar into open D and put a capo on 1. Sorry, I'm like looking at the mirror because I don't have one of those flip cameras because I'm broke. So open D, capo on 1 should sound like this. Ooh, that is not correct. My guitar made a very worrying snapping sound and the string isn't broken, but I think something is. Ooh, okay. Okay, so after briefly retuning your guitar 3 separate times, it should sound like more or less. Oh, it keeps. Anyway, okay, we're just gonna keep going because I'm not really bothered to keep retuning it because I think something's fucked up with the string. So, what you're gonna want to do is put your ring finger, not flipping off there, on the 5th fret of the A string, should sound like that, and put your index finger on the 3rd fret of the F sharp string, and it should make what I believe is a C, but I can't be sure, and it would look like this if you can see that. I'm going to try and zoom in when I'm editing because I suck at tutorials. And then you're going to slide up 2 frets and take your index finger off and move your middle finger, apologies for flipping you off there, onto the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8th fret on the E string, D string, apologies, 1st string, you can see, and then put your pinky finger on the F sharp string just below that. So they're all on the same fret. It's pretty easy, pretty solid. Yeah, and the individual notes sound like, yeah. And then slide it down. Take your pinky finger off, but keep the 2nd and 3rd fingers on where they were, and put your index finger on the 1st fret of the F sharp string. And then you can, well, I put this sort of like transitional note, and I take off my 1st finger, so I go, but much better than that. So that would be, so 2nd fret, 4th, and then 5th. So you keep the positioning with your 2nd and 3rd fingers, but you move your index finger to the 3rd fret of the F sharp string, and it would sound like that. And I think that makes an F, I'm pretty sure, but you know, once again, don't trust me on anything. You can vary the strumming pattern, but that is basically the verse and every single verse. However, every other line will go like, so as you can see, so you do the regular transitional thing where you go 2, 4, 5, but instead of putting your finger on the 3rd fret of the F sharp string, you'd put your pinky finger, much like you did on the 2nd note, the 2nd chord, pardon, on the 8th fret. You would make that same shape, but with your pinky finger on the 5th fret of the F sharp string, and it would sound like this. And then you go, so you just pull it off and it sort of has that nice like strumming pattern is just sort of a variation of that throughout the whole way through, but I don't mind if you sort of change it up a bit. That's kind of wild. Yeah, so that is the verse, and then you're going to go into believe me, it's a virtue to be so cruel. Sorry, my voice did just break there, but I haven't done any vocal warm-ups for this video because I'm lazy, ahaha. So it's the same chord as before, with your middle and third fingers on the first 2 strings of the 2nd fret and your index finger on the 1st fret of the F sharp string, so this chord. And then you do the sort of transitional thing where you slide up 4 and then 5, and then the regular F, we're just going to call it that for now. Sorry if I'm like confusing you or angering professional guitar players, but you're going to have to live with it. Believe me, it's a virtue to be so... Oh god, maybe I should have done vocal warm-ups. Luckily it's sort of all on the 2nd and 3rd fingers, so the chorus is quite easy. So you're going to go from this note to up here on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th fret? Yes, 9th fret. And instead of putting your instead of putting your pinky finger, not your fingy, on like directly below it on the, because that would sound awful, you're gonna put your index finger on the 8th fret for the F sharp string, so it sounds like this, and the individual notes sound like, so the individual notes sound like D, A, and then the F sharp. Yeah, so it should sound like that, and then you go, yeah, so when you're transitioning from to this, you're going to need to remove your index finger while you're sort of sliding down, and then replace, and then go directly underneath all the fingers on the same fret, so like this, with your pinky finger also on the, what fret is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's all on 7th fret. Actually, I think this is the note from before, so, you know. So, 9, 7, etc. The outro is pretty much the same. I'm pretty sure you have to sort of allow me room for this because I did improvise it on the day I recorded it because I hadn't decided what I wanted to do with it or what the lyrics were going to be. So I was just like, let's just do this and hope it works, and I think it's like one of the best parts of the song, so I'm pretty gassed. And I'm pretty sure it's just the same as the chorus, so I'm not going to risk high notes today. I'm going to go through the riff, which is like... That took me so long to get right. Sorry, I haven't played that in a long time. Once again, that was another thing that was improvised on the day. So let's go through the easier parts first because I'm very lazy and I want to like build up to it. The motif that sort of runs through it is and I kind of messed messed that up, but you get the general idea. It's literally just index finger, you sort of do the trill on the first fret of the F sharp string, and then trill again, and then you put your middle finger on the second fret of the D string and you pull off. But sort of to the rhythm, obviously. Sorry, everything's to the rhythm. Oh, that was so aggressive. And it would sound like, but not as badly as I just did it. And then you repeat that, and then you go, and then you would go, and that's all that is on the same strings you put your index finger on the same one as you did the trill, but you just hold it on and then you pull it off, so it had that sort of like very, I don't know, I always thought it was kind of like psychedelic, but it's really not. Just do that in quick succession. There we go. I'm not sure if it really counts as a pull-off if you're pulling off so slowly, but once again, not an expert, just one man and his guitar. The riff, the bit that absolutely nobody's been looking forward to. First, you're going to put your index finger on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 7th fret, which would be the A string. Anyway, the second to last string, and it should sound like this. And then you would put your middle finger on the, oh my goodness, if that's the 9th fret of the A string. I'm pretty sure that's a hammer on. Yeah, it's a hammer on. And then you would then move your index finger to the 7th fret of the last D string, the highest D string. And it would sound like that. Maybe practice that a few times because it's kind of hard moving your hands up and remembering which way to put them. And then from here, you can sort of like do a trill, but I found you couldn't really like hear it very well on the track. But if you want to just like, but you can't hear it on camera very well, so I would just, you can strum again if you like, and it would sound like this. Very slow version. So from, you do that again, but you'd, instead of moving up to here, you would move your middle finger back to its original position. So here's those two parts. And from your index finger you need to go 7, 5, 2, 0, 2, 4, and then back up to the original 7th fret. This is pretty much all on the high A string, so it's not too difficult. And then you repeat the, but on the 2nd time, or the 4th time in total, you would go. So, hammer on, 7, 9, if that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 9, 7. And I always sort of do that. It doesn't necessarily sound that great, but you can sort of add a bit of pizzazz to it if you fancy. putting all of that together very badly is... Yeah, great. Hopefully that was clear. It probably wasn't. If you want like me to sort of help out in the comments, or if you're just really not getting it, I'm very happy to just tell you what you need to do instead of showing you very badly. Here it is in all its glory, Virtue. So that is it. That is the tutorial, a very bad tutorial. Hopefully it was of some help to you and I hope you enjoyed. If you need any more help, like I said, it was a very bad video, so don't be afraid to just ask or poke fun at me in the comments because I'm so bad. It's okay, I know. I'm gonna do deep end next, I think, which is in standard tuning and is actually very, very easy. It's mostly just sort of strumming patterns and sort of fun stuff like that. So, yeah, cool. Hope you enjoyed. Hope it was